What is up, guys? Zaladin Palantir. Let me get my webcam registered really fast. I think it's probably off. What is up, guys? Zaladin Palantir. Okay. All right, we're straight. We're straight now. So what is up, guys? Zaladin Palantir here. Today we're going to be doing a live Q&A session, like the title says, live Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the comments. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is I've had a few questions that people have been sending me in my inbox while I was inactive. I never really got a chance to answer any of them in like other Q&A videos. So we're going to be going over mostly those questions. They were honestly most of the same, more of the same type of questions than not. So shouldn't take too long. I don't want this live stream to be too long, to be honest with you. I'm thinking about half hour to an hour. We'll see how it goes. But I'm basically going to be answering those questions and, of course, any questions in the comments too. So let's go ahead and get started here. So first question I'm going to go over is basically, all right, so I've had a few questions revolving pretty much around what I'm planning to do with the channel overall. So my goal for this channel, obviously I've been inactive for a while. I might go over some of that, but my goal for this channel overall is, as long as there are at least, you know, a few people that are interested in the video. The goal of my channel has never really been like to make money or to get like a shit ton of subscribers. You know, I honestly want to only appeal to a small variety of people, you know, that enjoy my content personally, you know, and like hearing what I have to say about certain issues. So the goals for my channel, I don't really have any goals, to be honest. As long as people keep asking for videos and you know, keep wanting videos, I will try to deliver on that. So no like huge plans for the future, but of course, as long as, you know, you guys keep sending me video requests, I've, you know, quite a few people that, you know, have been inboxing me, wanting me to bring back some of the old series. So we'll see how that goes. So next question. Let me actually go ahead and do this. I actually did not bring up the chat yet, so I'm going to do that really fast, and then we'll get on to some of the other questions. Okay. All right, so what have I been watching very, very recently for this season, and what do I plan to watch for next season? All right, so first, let me go over this season. I went over some of the stuff, you know, from this season in the video I did. I believe it was like 2 weeks ago on ReZero and why I think the anime quality is declining, like pretty fucking terribly overall. And our tastes are changing too, was kind of the point of that video. More our tastes are changing actually than the quality itself declining, but what I'm watching from this season, off the top of my head, I'm not gonna like rate them or anything, but I've been watching Drifters, which has been pretty good. Bungo Stray Dogs season 2. A lot of people have, or I barely know any people rather that have been watching Stray Dogs, and that's an amazing. Well, I'm not gonna say amazing series, but it's a pretty good series, definitely worth watching because this season was pretty dry. I've been watching Ajin, which, quite frankly, everyone fucking hates Ajin for some reason. I don't know. I don't understand why people hate Ajin so much. I think the CGI is pretty well done, but we have a few people like Vaughn calls me out all the time for liking Ajin. But I think it's a fine series, honestly. Like, most people just won't even give it a chance is the issue with Ajin, because they see the CGI and they're instantly just like, nope, fuck this. A series I don't know about, and it's CGI too, but it's actually a really, really nice series. So Drifters, I already mentioned Drifters. What else am I watching from this season? Oh, JoJo's, of course. Fucking love JoJo's. Probably the best show of this season. Diamond is Unbreakable. Even though I guess technically it's not from this season because it was around last season. But yeah, that's been fantastic. I was actually in the middle of watching an episode of JoJo's, and then I'm like, let me just make a live stream. I randomly decided, fuck it, might as well just stream tonight. But let's see here. That might be all I'm watching from this season, honestly. I've been watching a few newer things, or older things rather, older shows. But we'll go over those later. I believe there should be a question on that later. So next season, let me just pull up next season, see what we've even got here, because if we have some good stuff, then I that I haven't heard of, that I might be inclined to watch it. All right, so Blue Exorcist season 2, season 1 of Blue Exorcist. I have my fucking problems with that anime. I thought the first half was pretty nice, and then as the closer and closer you got to the ending, the worse the series got, and the ending was just a huge pile of shit. Very like popular series though, I guess. I'll watch it, but I don't know how good it's gonna be. Madhouse has an anime they're releasing, ACCA 13. No idea what that's gonna be, but anything Madhouse, I watch it. That's my rule. If it's by Madhouse, I watch it. Except I think this season they made a sports anime about rugby, and I was just like, I'm not fucking watching that. I don't know if anyone else gets this feeling or this vibe sometimes, but I like sports animes, right? I've seen Kuroko, I've seen Prince of Tennis, I've seen quite a few sports anime, but I don't know what it is. I think all sports anime follow this really, because there's not too much you can do with it, you know? I hate shows that are sports anime where you fucking already know before the game even starts who's going to win, right? Because those kind of, and I also hate ones that take forever for the training. Because I understand the training's important, but God, sometimes you just want to see an actual game. You know, you just want to see an actual fucking match. But yeah, I don't know. Sports anime, they really haven't been doing it for me. My tolerance for certain anime in general have been like very, very low. Like, it's weird, but back in the day, I used to be able to literally sit down and watch any fucking anime. But these days, it has to be at least engaging series. Like JoJo's is crazy because you never know what's gonna fucking happen in JoJo's. Yeah, but I'm looking at this list for next season. Everything looks, it's probably going to be very similar to this season, in the sense that like there doesn't seem to be a lot of great shows. But I can see a few of these being like hidden gems. I'm going to check a lot of them out, but for what I know I'm going to watch so far, I guess only the Madhouse series and Blue Exorcist from what I see on this list. I don't see anything else on here that I really know too much about. All right. So let's get to the next question. All right, so this is more of a political question. So if you don't like political stuff or to hear about political stuff, I would suggest muting this part if you're watching this after the stream. If you're watching this during the stream, also, like, I guess the same either way, just mute this. So my basic thoughts on the election and everything that happened around that, I personally think that everyone sort of has been distracted from like the real shit that's been going on. I think that's needless to say. Everyone's been completely fucking distracted. And I think that's mainly, honestly, because of the DNC itself. I think the DNC, as a, whatever you want to, as an establishment, they single-handedly, I think, divided the country themselves. Like, it's crazy how they actually managed to do that. They lost to the most unpopular candidate that's ever run for president, which is extremely difficult to do because they put forward a candidate that was equally as bad, if not worse. But yeah, I don't know. Before the election, everyone was mainly focusing on like more of shit that had to do with the establishment, the government, how people wanted, you know, less of the government interfering with politics. And that was how the election started off. And then we completely after that fucking shifted to now everyone hates each other, and now everyone hates fucking, well, half the people hate Trump and half the people hate Clinton. And it's not even like that anymore. If you noticed, everyone just hates each other. Like Trump supporters usually hate Clinton supporters. Clinton supporters usually hate Trump supporters. It's like that. It's just this hostility. And I think that was mainly created because the DNC, again, forced people away from the candidate they wanted, Bernie Sanders, and they forced them to fucking all support Hillary Clinton. So you have a bunch of pissed off people supporting a candidate they don't even want to support. And then the other half of the people feel like they're being cheated too because they're running against the biggest fucking cheater in the world, Hillary Clinton. So, I mean, it's just a big shit show. And again, I think the government's pretty much got everyone where they want us because we don't really, no one's really paying attention to the government anymore. If you realize, like, the whole anti-establishment shit with Trump is out the window. I mean, he is not anti-establishment, like, by definition. The people who he has, like, about to join his cabinet, Newt Gingrich, etc., they're all old fucking cronies that used to work for the very established. They are the establishment, basically. These are the people who take these huge ass donations from different companies to push their fucking separate agendas. These are all rich old guys that are just gonna fucking rip us apart. But Trump will probably gladly appoint them. I mean, obviously, we don't know officially what his appointments are yet, but a lot of people are speculating, and they've heard pretty. Let's say the rumors are pretty concrete. We're gonna most likely see Gingrich in his cabinet, so that will be interesting. So yeah, I don't know. Again, people completely forgot about the anti-establishment part, and money's not coming out of politics. It's staying in, and it's probably going to be there for a long time. Anyways, that's enough of the political stuff for now. Let me find another question really fast. Anyways. Okay, any hidden gems? Hidden gems as in anime that are easily overlooked and I think are really good that have been coming out lately. Off the top of my head, I would say watch, if you really, really want someone to watch, something that's really good anime-wise, I would say to watch Kaiji, for sure. Kaiji, it's a Madhouse series. I would describe it as like a darker No Game, No Life. So if you like survival game type shit, it's like a lot darker No Game, No Life, and no supernatural elements. I don't want to go too deeply into the plot, but it's mainly centered around, like I said, gambling and other types of survival game type situations. But I watched it recently, and it instantly was in my top three minimum. So it was fucking insanely good. So yeah, I'd recommend Kaiji and Hidden Gems. That's a tough one. Out of all the series I've been watching recently, I have to say none of them have really even gotten close to my top like 20 even. I in that sense, yeah, like I was talking about in my other video, I think the really, really great anime are nearly extinct now. Like no one's making shit good enough to be considered, you know, legendary. I guess the closest thing anyone's made to being considered like a lasting, you know, great series people will remember is One Punch Man. And even that really, if you really, really think about it, One Punch Man, don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic series. Oh shit. I gotta go turn something off real fast. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. So yeah, like I was saying, even One Punch Man. All right, I will be the first one to tell you I love One Punch Man. Okay, it's probably the best series I've seen in years. In years. Actually, no, I would put Kaiji above it. That's a whole other fucking topic, though. But I consider One Punch Man really, really good. But will it achieve legendary status, guys? Legendary? Are we gonna look back in like 5 years and be like, man, One Punch Man was fucking insane. Holy shit, you have to watch it. I honestly do not know. I think that shit like One Punch Man, it had a great story, funny series, amazing fights. But I think shit like One Punch Man that relies a lot on animation, that is not going, like, in a few years, I'd say within the next like 2 years, we're gonna see like 2 or 3 or 4 more series animation wise that are equal to or greater than One Punch Man. These studios aren't going anywhere. And then, okay, looking at the actual series itself, whether it'll achieve legendary status, I honestly do not know. I honestly do not know. I think it's a great series, don't get me wrong. But when you start looking at other series that we look at as legendary, Code Geass, Yu Yu Hakusho, things like that, obviously it's you can't really compare it to the ones like Yu Yu Hakusho that were a lot longer, or it's a lot harder to compare to things like that. But I don't know. Will we remember One Punch Man for years and years? I don't know. It got pretty popular. It still is pretty popular, but not too sure. I forgot actually what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about like hidden gems. Okay. Things that I've seen recently that aren't too popular, but I think they're good. I'm going through my anime list. I'm looking at a few things. Maybe I can help you out. It really depends what you're looking for. I don't know. I think, like I was saying, okay, now I remember what I was saying, damn, but out of all the series that have come out recently, I don't know if any of them have really been that fucking fantastic. I mean, we've had some great ones, some great series, but lasting series, One Punch Man is definitely the closest to that. But I don't know. Flash for Life, what is good, dude? Are you in the motherland right now? I might come give you a visit over there, man. Might give you a visit. Last anime you watched was fucking One Punch Man. How is the last anime you watched One Punch Man, man? Do you mean like you watched it when it came out, or you watched it like later than that? Because One Punch Man came out a while ago. Unless you watch a lot less anime now. Myself, I watch a decent amount of anime. Decent amount. I obviously don't watch as much as I used to, though. Like I said, my tolerance for shit is going down. Like if it doesn't like hold at least like some of my interest, like ReZero even for me, like I was saying, was kind of at parts of snooze fest. Not gonna lie. Thoughts on My Hero Academia? Okay, My Hero Academia. I've read a lot of the manga for that actually, and I've seen the first season of the anime, but I haven't really caught up to the manga. I think it's a fantastic fucking series. I think it's a great series. However, I don't know if it can get that popular. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty popular. Actually, I'm not even going to say that because I don't even know how popular it actually is. But I think it's a fantastic series. Definitely, out of shonen that's ongoing right now, I would say definitely top. Definitely top. Like I was saying though, my thoughts on the series in general. Fantastic fights, great characters. Only flaws of it, I would say, is the fact that the main character really, really fucking pisses me off. The main character, Izuku, he is like, if you've seen Mirai Nikki, he's like Yuki in that. But the thing about Yuki is he had this fucking transformation where he was badass as fuck. He was just badass as fuck. But I know like everyone knows that the main character of My Hero Academia is going to go through that transformation at some point in the series, and just turn into like this fearless motherfucker. But I don't know, something about that character type is really, I just don't enjoy watching it. You know, the guy that cries for no fucking reason. I wish I could remember like specific examples of situations like this, but I remember like for the first 3 or 4 episodes of the series, he cried a lot. Like it was getting to me. I'm like, dude, come on. I know this is supposed to be an emotional fucking series with a lot of emotional parts in it, but I don't like, fuck that. But yeah, I think it's a great series though, all things considered. I haven't caught up to the manga for various reasons. I'm just really, one of the reasons I haven't really caught up to the manga is I'm really bad at staying with a manga and following it fucking weekly. Because the problem is, like, I read so many manga, like different series, that are ongoing that I cannot, there's no fucking way. I would have to have like a notepad or some kind of fucking spreadsheet with every fucking series and then go and then read, like, go down the fucking checklist each day of every fucking week or remember the date every series comes out. And I can do that for so many series. So, yeah, I end up falling behind on shit. But My Hero Academia, I've been reading that since it was on chapter, like, fucking 5 or something. I've been reading that so long. So, yeah, great series. One Punch Man kind of transcended just being watched by anime fans. Random niggas in my class who don't even watch anime love One Punch Man. I agree. Like I said, One Punch Man has gotten hella popular. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's gotten to the point where, yeah, you see a lot of people in your everyday life that don't even watch anime that watch One Punch Man. But I realized that it still didn't get to that point I wanted it to get, where everyone knows about One Punch Man. I would say a lot of people know about it. And the thing is, the people that do know about it and have seen it, I don't know how lasting of an effect it'll have on them. Because we have to remember, this anime is new. It's like a brand. It's like pretty. When did it come out? Last year? Or was it this year? It might have been early this year, maybe last year, but it's pretty new. We'll see. If people are still talking about One Punch Man in like 2 years or like a year, I would say that it has achieved like a pretty damn nice status. But then again, we have to remember it's new as fuck. I fell off anime wave, but I still read ongoing series. That's pretty much me. That's like a lot like me. I kind of like just fall behind on a lot of series, and then I just binge watch them. And then when I'm done watching everything, what I'll do is, I'll just binge read like one series, and then kind of just go down the list. Like when I feel like binge reading Kingdom, I'll read. Right now I'm probably like 30 plus, like 40 plus maybe chapters behind on Kingdom. When I get around to that, I'll binge read that. I binge read Vinland Saga every few months. Sorry, my voice fucking cracked, but I binge read Vinland Saga every few months. Probably my favorite manga, favorite series, favorite Japanese series that there is, I think. Vinland Saga, just amazing fucking manga. If you ever read Vinland Saga, read that. But yeah, I'll read that. I'll read Kingdom. I'll read Feng Shenji, and I'll just kind of go down and just when I feel like the series, I'll just reread it. Did you ever finish watching Orange? That series was like a 9. So Orange, I did not finish watching it. I forgot what episode I got to, but I read quite a bit of the manga. I don't even know if they ever finished the manga because the manga like stopped. I want to say I forgot what chapter. I'm not even trying to fucking attempt to bullshit it over, but like, yeah, the manga stopped at a certain point and did not release any chapters for a hell of a long time. So I really got pissed with the fucking writer. And in the manga, it covered like a lot of stuff I knew was going to happen. So I don't know, it was just one of the few anime that I knew was going to be really good, but I never really caught up to it. But do you know if they finished the series in the anime, or is it like unfinished? Because I noticed most anime these days, and I noticed this is why a lot of people don't like to watch seasonals, is a lot of anime seem like the fucking trailer for the manga. Because what they'll do is they'll do like a 12 episode fucking series, leave it super fucking open-ended, tease at another season, and then they'll just never release anything else. They'll just have cock teased you and have been like, here, this is a sample of what the series should be like, and we'll never finish the rest. So that kind of pisses me off. And you never, that's the thing, you never know if they're actually going to finish it. I mean, if you see that at 12, you usually know, okay, it's not going to be completely finished, but I kind of want to watch it sometimes, so I don't know, it's kind of fucked up. I think I'm going to start Kingdom. Well, yeah, I would definitely say that you should start Kingdom. Kingdom is fucking insane. Like, this is what I was saying in another video, that I'm kind of disappointed with anime because of this. Kingdom is the type of series that I think is like, it almost has everything a series needs. I think every series with fights should have some kind of like strategic element. Because if you think about it, in certain series, like, I'm going to just call out some series. Personally, Dragon Ball Z, to be one. I think series like that have fighting without very much strategy at all, I don't personally really enjoy the fights that much. It just seems like this, okay, the guy with the fucking more power is going to fucking win. I wonder who has more power. Oh, this guy's going to power up. I guess he'll just beat the other guy that didn't power. Oh, they both powered up. I guess we'll see who's fucking throw a stronger punch. I think it's a lot more interesting if you get like strategic analysis of the fight. Oh, this character's going for this type of move, you know, and you see them sort of dodging hits and shit, not just taking every fucking hit. And like, oh, I don't care if I take a hit because I can tank like planet level plus. I don't know. I just like series a lot more that have like a strategic element to it. So that's one thing about Kingdom. Pure strategy in the fights. Solid plot. So yeah, I think Kingdom's definitely one that's worth starting. My favorite anime this year was probably My Hero Academia. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. I don't agree completely. I would have to think a little more about what my favorite is. That's definitely up there in my top like 3. But yeah, it was amazing. And also the anime that have been coming out lately, like I said before, they haven't been reaching that fucking tier that I wanted them to. I don't really have much of anything that I would consider over like a 9 out of 10, really, or coming too close to that. So yeah, I agree. My Hero Academia is really good compared to like 90% of other shows that have come out. The anime actually did finish up the story. This time. Okay, I was like trying to figure out what that word was. Okay, that's good. Honestly, I'm probably gonna watch it then, because I definitely hated the fact that for the manga for Orange, they just left me wanting more. Yo, but the new arc for Dragon Ball Super been kind of lit. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't say I don't like the new arc. I didn't say I don't like the new arc, but I like it in a different way. Where like, I like the Dragon Ball. Okay, I like Dragon Ball Super in a way where I don't want to have to think about it too much, you know? Because when you start to think about what's going on and like, does this really make sense and things like that, and you know, trying to really look at the fight from another angle other than, okay, it's just supposed to be something I enjoy, and then at the end, you know, we'll see who wins. You just kind of have to change your mindset for it, I guess. But I've definitely been enjoying the new arc. They're advancing the story. I've always, you know, had, it's sort of like a nostalgic element for me with Dragon Ball. So I'll never really like, I'm gonna watch it, or I'm gonna finish it rather. But it's just a different kind of show. Hockey, man, what is up, Hockey? It's been forever. I haven't talked to you in a fuck. Oh, actually, no, I did. I lied. I talked to you on Discord the other day. But what is up, Hockey? It's been a while since we've chilled. If you want to join the hangout, you can. Just gonna answer a few questions. Usually, anime adaptations are made when the manga is at its most popular, but the con is the manga is typically never finished when the anime starts, or sometimes barely manages to conclude in time. By the way, I never said what's up, anime here. I read your last comment, but I never said what's up. been a while since I've talked to you too. You can join as well if you want. Invitation's open for both of you guys. But yeah, I guess I see where you're coming from. Definitely, I think the adaptations are like, it's good for the manga, and of course it's good that they're promoting their manga, obviously, and they want to obviously promote their series. But I think it's kind of like messed up when you do get the sales from the manga from promoting that, but then not everyone who watches the anime will want to read the manga, and a lot of the times you're really never even planning to finish the anime. I wish at least, I mean, it's not like a bad thing. Obviously, you got to do what you have to do as a company, but I wish they would at least, warn you before the anime, we're going to finish this. We're not going to finish this. We're going to release another season. We want to release another season. We might release another, like something like that. And a lot of them just don't even tell you. Yu Yu Hakusho manga was barely around a month of the anime. Barely ahead around a month of the anime. Oh, okay. I mean, that was, so are you saying that was sort of like the One Piece of its time where we had, because right now I'd say One Piece is the same way, kind of, right? We have the anime, which is like barely behind the manga. It's not even that far behind. I'm actually concerned, like, what are they going to even do? Not that I'm not even watching One Piece manga, but the One Piece anime. I'm only reading the manga, but the manga, I believe, just started the current arc that the anime is on. I mean, the anime started the current arc that the manga is on. Wait, is Haki the dude that was disrespecting the motherland? Yes, Haki always disrespects the motherland. Haki always. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with him, man. He just fucking, every time I talk to him, is so disrespectful towards our home. Zaladin, Rasen is dead. Rasen is not dead. Gideon, actually, you know what? Where has Gideon been? What the fuck? I just realized I used to always see Gideon commenting and stuff and in J Room and shit. And he just been gone, man. You gotta tell me where he is. Is this Mo? Is this Iron Mo, or is it someone, or am I confusing you with someone else? You might be Iron Mo. But yeah, motherland as in Africa, yes, Haki. Yes, Haki. Our motherland. You got a problem? You got a problem, pal? But yeah, let me find some more questions from this Q&A. By the way, if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and ask in the comments. Let's see. What do we have here? Just more, what am I planning to do with the channel questions, which, quite honestly, like I said before, I'm gonna pretty much be making videos when I can. I'm gonna probably try to do a few Q&A type live streams on weekends sometimes, but we'll see where everything goes. A lot of video plans and videos that people suggested that I do. So you guys should probably expect to see videos this week, at least 2 videos this week, at least 2. That's what I'll promise. But see what else we can get here. I've stolen Rasen's identity. Wait, so you are Gideon. You are Rasen. That's you, right? I know it's you. Probably, most likely. I do get mad when I caught up to something that will never end due to hiatus or irregular schedules. I know Hunter x Hunter is going to be mentioned here. Guy with the bio boosted armor, Geek Grayman, Hunter x Hunter, Berserk. Yes, Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x fucking Hunter. I wish I was caught up to Berserk. I've read a lot of Berserk, but I never completely caught up. But let's talk about Hunter x Hunter. Let's talk about this man Togashi. First of all, I read something that said Hunter x Hunter manga is 100% coming back. 100%. Togashi's writing it now with his wife, which is the mangaka that wrote Sailor Moon. So that's who he's writing it with now. I don't know if she's going to be his editor. I don't know if she's helping him with the story. I kind of hope she's not helping him with the story. I don't know if that's mean for me to say, but I hope she's stepping nowhere near the story and just lets him work on it. And she just edits and cleans up his art, etc. But I can only hope. But yeah, that's Hunter x Hunter is 100% coming back. And by the way, I hate Togashi. I 100% hate him. This is why. Okay, this is fucking why. Togashi is the biggest cock teaser I've ever met in my life. Right? This man writes. He comes back off of hiatus and writes Hisoka versus fucking Crollo, a fight we've been wanting to see forever. He comes back. He writes that fight, finishes it, and then he fucking goes away again. Come on, man. And it's not even like he gave any type of like build up to the fight or anything. He just put us right in the middle of the fucking fight when he's like in the middle, like right out of hiatus. Everyone's just like, what the fuck? I mean, granted, I love the fight. I'm never going to. One thing I will never insult about Togashi, I'll insult what he does. I will never insult his writing. Holy shit. That fight was something else. And when that's, if it's ever, because God knows if we're ever getting Hunter x Hunter anime back, but if ever we get the Hunter x Hunter anime back, that fight, hold on. Can you imagine how that fight is going to look in the anime? Can you fucking imagine? You have like 20 guys, you have like hundreds of people charging at Hisoka from the fucking stand. This guy like jumping through the air. He's fucking bungee jumping the fuck out of people. We have Crollo with the most broken fucking power in the most broken arena. It's going to be insane. Like, I've never seen a fight like that. It's going to be fucking crazy. Holy shit. But, yeah, why would Togashi do that? That's like my definition of cock tease, though. You come back with something like that, and then you leave, and you leave us thinking that you're probably never going to write anything else after that fucking fight. Unbelievable. But at least we got the announcement, so whatever. Made it my own. You stole Rawson's identity. How do you do that? How did you steal his identity? You're probably him. That's what I'd wager. Bro, talk about that fight between. Oh yeah, I already got that one. Yeah, it was insane. Okay, I have nothing else to say about that fight. It was fucking insane. But Togashi's something else. Let's go to the questions again. Oh yeah, one thing, because anime here, you did mention D. Grayman. D. Grayman, I've wanted to get into that for so long. I actually watched also like 3, I think, episodes of D. Grayman Hollow, and I loved it. I loved the series, but I stopped because, first of all, I don't know if they're going to fucking finish the series, right? And second of all, I'm pretty sure you have to watch the first season to know what's happening in Hollow. So that also made me like, I don't know if I should watch this, because I might watch season 1 at some point. But yeah, I definitely want to get around to watching D. Grayman at one point. Or reading it. But I don't know if I should read it, though, either, because I don't know if the manga's done or even ongoing. So, I don't know. And my other thing is I'm not the biggest fan of watching or reading series that I know aren't going to end, or I think aren't going to end, so it's definitely something else. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me give actually some of my thoughts on One Piece and Bleach, because I never got around to my thoughts on either of those series lately. And that's mainly what I used to talk about. But Bleach, in my opinion, my thoughts on Bleach are the same as everyone else's thoughts on Bleach. I don't know why the fuck Kubo was forced to do that, especially since, I don't know, I don't work for a big company, but like Shueisha, but it's kind of weird that you would spend years and years and fucking years letting Kubo write, building his brand in your magazine, week after week, putting him on cover pages, letting him create extra content, getting a long-form, long-running anime series, and then after all that, you're going to cut him and make him wrap his series up in like 3 chapters. You're basically throwing this investment you made for years and years down the drain, right, as a company? Or is that not how they think? I'm not sure. It's fucking weird. But one thing that no one has been talking about at all that I think they might do is I think what the plan might be for Bleach is to finish it up in anime form. It sounds fucking crazy because it wasn't even allowed to finish in manga form properly. But if you think about it, why would they animate that same shit ending into anime? Why would they? And do they have to? I don't think they have to, especially because of how shitty it was. So I would not be surprised if we actually get a decent final arc in the anime instead of in the manga. And what they might call it, what they might do, you guys, is call it like Bleach final arc or some shit. Make it like a 36 episode series and have like an actual decent final fucking arc. But we can dream. We can dream. And as for One Piece, I think One Piece, same as I've always thought, Oda just does solid work week to week, man. We have this main conflict with Big Mom. We've got Wano Kuni somewhere in the mix. Like all the ingredients of everything that can possibly happen in One Piece has always been insane. And that's the thing I like about it. And what I will give One Piece over other series is that there's so many different elements to the series itself. We have Kaido, we have the revolutionaries, we have like all the shit you have that Oda has given himself to work with. Building this series up is insane. Whatever happens next, I've noticed, I'm not gonna say it's completely unpredictable, but the amount of different things that could possibly happen is more than any other series by far in One Piece. Go back and do a few comments. Forget about Bleach shit being trash for a minute. I know, I mean, look, I don't think Bleach has been good. I'm not going to be the one to tell you Bleach has been a great series, but I just find it strange that we that have been watching and reading Bleach for years and fucking years don't even get to see a like half-assed ending. I mean, can you really even call the ending half-assed? That was like 1/5 assed ending. It was like you could easily make a list of like 100 elements of the Bleach story. I'm not even kidding. 100 of things that weren't answered, weren't even dealt with at all, could have been expanded upon. We don't know fucking shit about it. It's just too much at that point. It's like, what the fuck? So I would enjoy seeing at least a decent closure to that series, you know? The manga is ongoing, but schedule seems to be irregular after being on a hiatus due to publishing rights. Season 1 is over 1 to 3 episodes, so yeah, it's necessary to watch the beginning. Yeah. I figured, because yeah, a lot of shit I did not understand what was going on. I might read it. I don't know, though. That's the thing about series like D-Gray Man 2, it's a big investment of time. 108 episodes. Last thing I watched that was anywhere near 100 episodes, it was like 110, I think, maybe 120, somewhere around there, was Legend of the Galactic Heroes. And holy shit, that was good. I almost didn't even care that it was that long because every episode was just so fucking entertaining and the story was insane. But yeah, for me to watch something like that these days, holy shit. Big time investment. So I'd rather read it probably. That fat bitch Big Mom is hella strong. Holy shit, man. I just wanna is anyone else in One Piece? Alright, this is my one problem with One Piece. I'll say it right now. I'll say it right fucking now. Does anyone else want to see some fucking fights? And I don't mean some shitty fights, okay? I want to see some good fucking fights. Some good-ass New World fucking fist fights, man. No cracker shit where Luffy's eating some fucking biscuits, and I don't want to see that shit, man. I want to see some real fights. So that's the one gripe I have with One Piece. But the story's so good you almost don't care sometimes. The series is interesting in its main hero, the dangers, especially its villains. But the action is kind of dull with just projectile attacks since the author isn't good at making fight scenes. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed too. The combat in D-Gray Man is nothing to write home about at all. It's like very basic combat. But the story and some of the abilities kind of make up for that sometimes. From what I saw, from the little I saw, I think I've only seen like 5 episodes of season 1 and then like 4 of season 2. But yeah, the fights weren't too great. But there were other things to make up for the fact that the fights weren't too great. They added a few stuff in the final arc of Yu Yu Hakusho anime to make it a bit better. So yeah, I mean, there we go. There's an example. I wasn't sure because I never read the Yu Yu Hakusho manga, but if that happened, then there's hope for Bleach anime ending well. Because I think that's what everyone seems to have forgotten. Everyone's sort of just written off Bleach because of the final arc, but that final arc can actually be really good if we get a better, more cohesive story and they close up a bunch of the loose ends at the end. D Gray Man's probably never going to end. I agree. From what I've seen of the manga and the irregular publishing cycle, it's something like a Togashi, something like that. I don't know if this guy is worse than Togashi or better than Togashi, or maybe a female mangaka. I'm not even sure. I think someone might have told me a while ago it was a female, and maybe I'm thinking about like FMA or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if this guy is worse than Togashi or what, but he seems similar. My problem with Oda is he hypes up the fight but doesn't deliver. I would say I agree with that to an extent. I think a lot of the times Oda doesn't want to deliver on fights, so that's why he doesn't. I think the one thing about Oda as a writer, everything he does is deliberate. Usually, everything he does, except like comedy and shit, it usually has like actual meaning. So if Luffy goes in a fight and it's like off screen, or if it's a shitty fight, it usually means it's because there's something that Luffy can do that Oda doesn't want us to know, or that fight was building up to another fight, or Luffy just needed defeat. Like with the Cracker fight, I think the only purpose of that was for Luffy to get defeated, right? And then for him to get the feat of having beaten one of the generals or whatever. So if you look at it that way, the fight, we really didn't need to see a fight. It was annoying, I'm not going to lie. But when you look at the whole thing, how it ended, I don't really have an issue with the fight itself. Because if you really look at it from a story standpoint, the ending with the Sanji thing and how Luffy was really fucked up after the fight, the situation afterwards made up for the fact that it was such a shitty fight. So, One Piece fights never live up to the hype, but the build-up always good. I agree the build-up is insanely good. Do you listen to Kodak Black? No, I do not. Is Kodak Black good? Is that something I should listen to? Or is he something I should listen to? The guy has been skipping fights for 800 chapters, and it's freaking annoying. Yeah, that's the thing with Oda. He's really, really, really good at build-up, and he's kind of, I think, better at build-up than he is at actually writing fights. So we end up in a situation where we have, like, a fucking fantastic build-up, the best build-up possible, and you think it's going to be a baller-ass fight, and then we get to the actual fight, and don't get me wrong, it could even be a great fight. Right? The fight itself could be fucking pretty great. But was it better than the build-up, or was it as good as the build-up suggested? Probably fucking not. Resboy, what is up? Thoughts on the greatness that is Rhaegar Targaryen? Oh my god. All right. Let's talk about some song by some fire. Let's do that. So Rhaegar, I think in the books, Rhaegar has to be... Okay, by the way, spoilers. If you haven't read the books, don't want to read the... Honestly, if you haven't read the books, you probably don't give a fuck. Because you probably aren't even planning to. And the book's different from the series anyways, but spoilers still for the books. But Rhaegar has to be fucking Mance. It has to. 100% has to be Mance. What do you think on that, Bridge Boy? The fact that Rhaegar is most likely Mance Raider in the books. Obviously not in the show, but in the books. And I think, by the way, also the shit in the books that happened in Game of Thrones is so much fucking better than the show when it comes to like 99%. I don't mean to sound like that fucker that only likes the books, because I love the series. But the way they do it in the books, and just the room Martin has to move with the plot, and to be honest, he's just a better fucking writer than David Van, let's just be real. Like, the whole Mance Raider shit in the books was like insane to me. It was one of the best parts of the book. How he went basically to Winterfell. He went solo on a solo fucking mission with like 3 bitches. I forgot exactly who they were. It's been a while since I read Dance of Dragons. But he went into Winterfell solo and had a fucking solo mission in there. I'm not going to say what it was because I don't want to spoil it, but He had his own fucking solo mission. It has to be Rhaegar. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that in the show. Things like certain things that were the best parts of the series, they just left out for no reason, which is kind of why I'm a little pissed. I'm not the fan. I'm also not a fan of constant switching. That's why I took away what kind of took away from the Lucci fight and the other fights. All right, I agree. It can be a little annoying to follow, but I think that's where I like One Piece more than other series personally. In that you don't get bored. You only like it. You okay? The only way you get bored is if like he switches to a storyline you don't like. But okay, I'll bring this. I like anime that like Durarara, Baccano, and even Game of Thrones does this too, where they're constantly switching from point of view to point of view of different characters, and I think that keeps the series fun and fresh. It's almost like you're reading like 5 series at once, which I think is fucking amazing. I love that aspect. Mance Rhaegar is going to happen. I don't know if you're a Mance Rhaegar believer or you're trolling me. I am a Mance Rhaegar believer, of course. Okay, how can Mance not be Rhaegar? We know he's was originally from Westeros. So I don't know why Martin would have even included that if he wasn't someone we would know about, right? He can fight. He can play a fucking harp. I mean, how is it not Rhaegar? How is it not? If it's not Rhaegar, that would mean Martin is just bullshitting and writing like a bunch of different like storylines that could possibly happen, like choosing one at the last minute. There's no way it couldn't be Rhaegar. There's too many hints to show that he is, or it could be. But that is also the one thing about Song of Ice and Fire. A lot of the teasers to things that you think will happen are completely different. That's why I like the series itself. So he could not be Rhaegar, but at this point, if he's not Rhaegar, I don't give a fuck about Mance. It's the truth. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't give that much a fuck about him. I mean, granted, I enjoyed his plot line up until this point, but that's kind of under the like assumption that he's someone you know about. If Mance is just some random fucker from Westeros, why do we really care about him? Really, I really wouldn't, because in these final stages of the book, we need players, not only key players, we need people that know what the fuck they're doing and know their shit and are of the right bloodline. And bringing Rhaegar back would just be perfect for the series, I think. It would make the book 10 times better. Mance left to watch people. They wouldn't let him wear a black cloak with a red cloth and black and red color scheme, House Targaryen. I don't remember that. I don't remember reading that. But if that's true, then I have no doubt in my mind that it's Rhaegar, 100%. Because he got kicked out for wearing Targaryen colors. Have you watched any of those superhero shows on Netflix? Okay, I've been planning to. I actually. All right, so I would like your input on this Flash for Life because you seem like you have. I've been deciding between a few. Lately, all I've been watching of like real shows is The Wire, and I might start Viking. I kind of started Viking, and I might start Black Sails, but there's so many shows I haven't watched that I'm kind of like just, what should I watch? So I've seen The Wire. And so getting into the superhero portion of like Netflix shows, Luke Cage, I've been thinking about watching that. Jessica Jones, I've been thinking about watching that. Switching off of Netflix. The Flash, I was thinking about watching it, but it seems, I don't know, something about it kind of makes me not want to watch it. Something about how, I guess, like, special effects, I guess. I think the special effects may be kind of shitty. I don't know. I haven't watched too much of it, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking of Jessica Jones, maybe Luke Cage. I mean, are there any other than that? Other than those two? The Wire is GOAT. Who was your favorite character? I'm not done with it, by the way. I'm still in season 1. Damn. Okay. Out of the Wire characters, I like Lester, the guy that was working in the pawn shop division. He's fucking insanely, like, his scenes are fucking great. Fuck, I wish I fucking remember the name of the other guy. I like the guy that got, he got like quarantined to their fucking headquarters because he shot the wall. He fucking shot the wall with his gun by accident because he was trying to demonstrate how quick or how light his trigger finger was, or how quick it was, or some shit. And he removed all the guns that were in the fucking case, but he didn't remove the bullet that was in the chamber. So he shot the fucking wall by accident. I like that kid. I like Omar's pretty cool, obviously. Omar's fucking interesting character. Who else do I like? I'd say those are the three that are like the best to me. McNulty's cool, but he's not like one of my favorites even. He's just whatever. His scenes are nice, but for a main character, it's pretty nice. But I usually am not too big a fan of main characters. Yeah, I haven't watched shit of The Wire. I'm assuming I don't know like even half the characters in the series or something. I've only seen a few. So there's that. Any more questions you guys have, ask them. Would really appreciate some questions. I think I'm pretty much out of the general Q&A questions that I was planning to answer. So I'm going to pretty much just be switching entirely to the comments now. So any last minute questions you guys have? Honestly, The Wire is my favorite show of all time, and if you like The Wire, you should check out Power. I will check out Power. Let me actually write that down. I'm gonna see if I can check that out later. But yeah, The Wire, I'm enjoying it quite a bit so far. Quite a bit more than like a lot of other shows that I have tried to watch. This one is actually pretty engaging. Pretty nice. Oh, and the comedy, I like the comedy because it's not like in your face comedy. It's like dry comedy, but it's fucking funny as shit. Still. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this up kind of soon. I'd give it another 10 minutes, depending on how many questions we get here. But yeah. Let's go back to my anime list. I'm gonna go over a few, I guess, of the things that I've been watching. I already mentioned Kaiji. Kaiji's fucking fantastic. If you haven't seen Kaiji, watch Kaiji. So about next season, I saw that Yowamushi Pedal, a sports anime that is apparently pretty good, is coming out in the second season. So I might actually check out Yowamushi Pedal. But like I was saying earlier, I don't know if it's one of those series where the sports anime that you already pretty much know the outcome before the games even start, which kind of pisses me off. Then if Alien movie Arrival's coming out, do you think any character will say my eraser is a galaxy? Retro, I do not know what Retro was thinking when he fucking made that video. That was interesting. I have no idea what Retro was thinking at the time. That was pretty interesting. But probably not. I don't think anyone will ever say their eraser is a galaxy. I think they're much better objects to compare to a galaxy, like a marble or why the eraser is my question. Why the eraser? Like, even if he said the tip of my pencil is a galaxy, because at least it's like a small point, you know? So it's like, holy shit. He's like, my eraser is galaxy. It's like, out of all the objects in your room, you say eraser. I've never watched a sports anime. What sports anime would you recommend? It depends on what you like, really. Okay. If you like basketball in real life, I would say it's worth watching Kuroko no Basket. If you really do like basketball or have any interest in it, even if you don't though, it can be pretty good. But it's not the first sports anime I recommend to you, I guess. If you like more story-driven stuff and you're not that interested in the sport, but you just like playing a good series, and this is the main thing, you have to not mind iffy animation, and I mean iffy animation. But this is probably my top, like in my top, like probably my favorite sports anime, but it doesn't focus too much on the sport, is Ping Pong, the animation. Watch that one at your own risk. Kind of, a lot of people don't like because the animation, but it's a really, really good series. I like basketball. I love basketball, but over the top shit kind of corny to me. Okay, I feel you on that. I feel you on that one. Kuroko, it is over the top. It is over the top, I would say. But I would say Kuroko is over the top in kind of way where it's like semi-realistic, you know? Semi-realistic. But honestly, I could say that if you don't like Kuroko, you most likely don't like sports anime. Most likely. I'm not saying Kuroko is the best sports anime, but it's like really general. Like, it's like a, I don't know how to explain it. But it's pretty much like the benchmark, like, decent sports anime, right? Like, it's got everything you'd want in a sports anime as far as, like, the actual games go. You have nice animation in the sport, fast-moving scenes, etc. So, I don't know. Will there ever be a greater moment in seasonal anime than Kaga getting backhanded by her dad? Oh my god. That backhand was fucking insane. I still remember that. She got backhand. This backhand was so hard that she went flying and her shoes came off. Holy shit. I was going to make a video a while back. I never did it, though. I'm fucking pissed on everything. I was going to be comparing slaps. And it was going to be comparing the K slap to the Kaga slap. I'm still going to make that. But that Kaga slap was fucking hard. And it says something that in a series with fucking superpowers, right? In a series with OP-ass powers, where gigantic-ass swords come out of the sky and stab you, the slap still didn't have the DC that Kaga's dad slap has on Kaga. That slap sent that bitch fucking flying. Anyways, there will never be a greater moment. That is by far taking cake. But might wrap this up pretty soon. Unless we get a few more questions, but I might wrap this up pretty soon here. But on a last note, like, comment, subscribe, of course. If you have any last-minute questions, I will answer your last-minute questions. But yeah, if you have any video ideas or any videos you want to see, I will be probably making them if you just leave a comment here. Because that's mainly what I'm doing now. I'm not really doing any like regular series or anything. I'm going to try to do a stream every weekend, maybe a shorter stream. But as far as actually making videos goes, it's pretty much going to be, I'm going to do a lot of video ideas and suggestions I've been getting, because I've been getting a lot of those. So again, if you want to see any type of suggestions, put them. I don't think I'll be doing reviews anymore, at least not like episode by episode and chapter by chapter. It's going to be mostly like thoughts every few chapters. I think that's more interesting, and there's a lot more to talk about usually, so that's a thing. Try to do an old school stream with your homies. I definitely am. We were actually planning to do a supernova stream, another supernova stream. And I don't know what happened with that, but we ended up not doing it. But we then got the idea of maybe we should do it again. So if we do a supernova stream, the people that 100% can come are Matt B, probably, me, of course, maybe Dan Master. Retro Shinigami wasn't even in Supernovas, but he might join. And I'm going to see if I can get Shanks to join as well. So, I mean, we'll have a decent group if we decide to do that. But yeah, I definitely want to do some kind of stream with, hangouts rather than just Q&A sessions. Because those are a lot more fun, to be honest. Can we expect another Snake vs. Mouse video? Sadly, I don't have the snakes anymore here. I don't have the snakes anymore, so probably not, unless I find a wild snake, and I'll gladly feed some mice. Try to do a video on The Wire when you get far enough, for sure. I definitely will do a video on The Wire when I get far enough. I've been watching it pretty quickly. I'm already on episode, 12. and I've only been watching it for like 4 or 5 days. So I mean, I'll probably be able to make at least a video on my thoughts for like season 1 or something for people who like The Wire. I actually don't know if it's still an ongoing show or if it's done or what, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, so let me know what you guys want. I would like if you guys want hangouts, more Q&A sessions, any type of video ideas. Let me know. That's probably going to be it for today. I will see you guys later. Shout out to the people that are in the chat at the end here. So Resboy, Flash from Life. I think that's all I can actually see in the chat. But thank you guys for watching, obviously, and Crazy Boy 190. Always a pleasure, guys. Zalvin Pounds here. Peace out.